Hey guys, System here, and this is FTB Stoneblock 3. Hope you're all having a great day. Let's go ahead and jump back into this pretty cool pack. And in between episodes, well, first off, I'm having a fantastic day. But in between episodes, I went ahead and decorated our room a little bit, just using a bunch of red terracotta. This is really easy to make, and it's pretty rad, right? Also went ahead and added a ton of crafters. So we have crafters here, 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 and here. I think that's up to like 60 crafters, which is not too bad. We'll go ahead and automate this in a couple minutes. We're going to go ahead and fully automate this with refined storage because we need to get that polished off here, but we'll worry about that in a second. Something you guys suggested and I tried out and it worked out really well was this here. You guys told me that I could stack crafters, and you can, and it works out perfectly. It's amazing. Didn't even know this was a thing with refined storage, but basically, take a crafter, able to add another crafter, and it basically takes the bottom one, whichever one is at the end of the chain. It uses that as the controller for the redstone settings, which is cool. But basically it gives you more recipe room, right? So I can just stack these, and if I want to do another one, I can do that as well. And then have another row of recipes, you know what I mean? So really cool, really awesome. Works really well, and I never knew this was a thing. So yeah, no redstone controls here, right? So it just does the bottom one. So I'm going to do the same setup over here probably. I haven't done the imports yet, I don't think yet on those, but we'll set that up in a little bit. Go ahead and drop you off. And I just thought that was neat. It's just really neat, right? Also, let's go ahead and head down here for a second. I meant to go ahead and grab ourselves a luggage. Go ahead and grab one of them. Luggage? Yeah, I got two of them in here. Let's go ahead and grab you. So I didn't explain all the uses of the rings yesterday, right? So Archangel Smite, left click, shoots 10 arrows. Right click, shoots 1 arrow. Then you have your function for the heat sinking, right? So pretty cool there, right? So that is everything it does. The other one, I guess, would be our Swift Wolf. Let's go ahead and grab Swift Wolf here. This one here, what is the function to do that? I guess first, right click? Yeah, right click. That does like an interdiction torch kind of effect, which pushes mobs away. It makes your life really easy around mobs, right? So it kind of pushes them back. They can't actually get to you, and that's awesome, right? The other thing is it can actually shoot lightning. So anyway, you have to find the hotkey for it, but yeah, you just kind of, I'll have to do it like right there. Here you go. Go ahead and hit the ground. Hits the luggage with lightning. I did that luggage on purpose, just because the luggage, when it gets hit with lightning, gets twice the space, right? So now we have a charged up luggage, and now we have double the inventory space on that luggage. Plus that looks way cooler. Also, it has EMC. I wonder if you could EMC the charge one. That's actually kind of fun. You could have an army of luggage, which would be annoying, Zach, because they're fun and all. Like, the luggage are cool. They're really cool, but sometimes they just get in your way over and over. But anyway, another function I want to show you here too as well. I meant to make a Philosopher's Stone. Let's go ahead and make one because mine's in the crafter. I'm not sure where I put it because I moved that setup. But anyway, we want to get that charged up too. So let's go ahead and do that. There's a projectile on this one too, right? So we go ahead and use the projectile on this one. It actually convert mobs into other mobs, right? So you can sometimes, I think, even get villagers out of this. I'm not sure of the whole list. I don't think you can convert all of them, but you can convert a lot of mobs into different mobs here. I thought sometimes you got we got goats. Anyway, let's not worry about that. A polar bear. Not sure what else we're gonna get here. Yeah, maybe you have to use aggressive mobs to actually get the villager. Not sure how that works, but oh, I just had a villager. I just had a wandering trader. I think I messed up my wandering traders in my world too from the beta, but anyway, just gonna see what you got. Anything interesting? But yeah, you can definitely get your villagers out of this because some people have been asking how to get villagers. You will have to go into options, go to controls, go to keybinds. Then you want to go to category and go to project E. You're gonna need the charge one. That's the one how I charge up all my different items, right? Like the Philosopher's Stone. Extra function. Some of the rings use the extra function key. So you want to have that one set, and the projectile is right there, right? So I kind of have my keys all over the place, but anyway, so many keys, and that's how you do things, right? Just wanted to make sure everyone knew how to use the rings and stuff, because I didn't fully explain it. I really just showed the stuff that I use. The ignition ring also has an annoying setting too. So I'm just going to be wearing this one. I won't be using the fire in this one. There's a charge, I forget which one it is. I don't know if it's the extra function, or maybe it's just the right click with it. But it is like AoE fire, and everywhere you walk, it just puts fire all around you. You can burn down your base really easy. So yeah, I don't advise you to use that one at all. So anyway, just wanted to make sure you guys knew all about that stuff. And I think we're going to go ahead and do our processors now. I think that is kind of the next goal. So let's go ahead and jump to that. One last thing before we get started here is this here, these actual batteries, these nitro batteries that you get. You can actually use those just like the energy cells. So if I actually hit control, notice that it says 2 billion FE on it, right? That's how much this thing can store. But if I hold control and then right click on it, actually goes in the ender cell and increases the storage by 2 billion. And the chickens, not the chickens, the bees drop those all the time. So they're really good, really awesome. You definitely want to use these things if you're using the, I guess, the Powah network, right? So yeah, I just thought I'd show that real quick because you get a lot of them. I saw some people kind of complain about them. I was like, dudes, man, they're actually really good if you're actually using that power system. But anyway, let's go ahead and put this down. We're going to have to set these up here really quick just with a little bit of filtering, just so we go ahead and automate our processors really easily. So in this one, I'll have that. Over here, I'll have you and you. And that should be good there. So let's go ahead and get them locked here. We need the configuration, right? Sweet. And then we shouldn't probably actually need these things anymore. So let's actually pull them all out. There you go. It's going to be how we do our filtering, just with this little setup here, which is pretty amazing. Let's go ahead and break them. I'm going to need a way in and out of here a couple times too. So let's actually go ahead and break a little bit of this stuff temporarily, just so I can get in and out really easily, right? And then we're also going to need a furnace. I think I actually already went ahead and auto-crafted one of these. Yeah, right here. There you go. So I can actually auto-craft these straight up now. So I just do this thing. Actually, I have EMC, so I could duplicate it as well. Should mention that too. This setup over here, I turned off it for right now, pumping in emeralds automatically. So down here I have speeds and stack upgrades. I needed some emeralds to be able to craft, I think it was this here, right? To actually make these furnaces. I didn't have any emeralds left in the system. Wait, what? What do you mean that's the... Oh, I thought that was just a piece of obsidian. But I didn't have any emeralds in the system, so I had to turn that off because it was using them all. But I've been putting red matter blocks in here, and look at the stack of EMC for a stack of these things, 120 million. So it's basically just storing up EMC for me that I could use later on, right? So that's what I'm doing there. I'll probably go back to doing that in a bit. But anyway, what I'm going to do with this furnace here is going to go ahead and grab you. Also, I think I did the factory upgrade. Let's go ahead and make one of them. Sweet. We're going to set up auto smelting on our processors right in the setup here, right? So we'll end up with a actual netherite furnace right here. Then we'll probably need one of those gates, right? Go ahead and hunt down the gate here. Sweet. Go ahead and put you. Oh, I need to put the upgrade on there too, right? Before I can actually do that. There you go. Then we'll put the gate on. Awesome. Now this is going to be doing the auto smelting. So I'll be that part there. We'll automatically pipe in the bindings over here. Then I need to get these in the right place. So this one's going to be the... I thought I filtered these. Oh, no. I got to filter these again. There you go. I actually have them filtered properly this time. Let's go ahead and do that and drop these off again. There you go. And that should be good there. So that'll be the way that we filter the items, right? So basically what we'll have is a controller, right? So I should have a controller. I don't know why I have that compactor door. Go ahead and do that. Then we'll have this linked up here. So I guess we need the linking tool. Let's go ahead and shift right click on that. Then we just go ahead and bring that across. Now they're all linked up. Now, all we have to do to filter this is pipe items directly into the... Actually, why do I have that off? You can turn that off with the 1 key by default. But anyway, you pump the item directly into the storage controller, and that'll do all the filtering for us, right? It should matter the amounts that end up in this one here, because it'll always get the right amount of, I guess, redstone and silicon and stuff like that, right? So just a really easy way to kind of do the filtering there. So I thought that was pretty rad. Back here, we'll end up with a new crafter. So let's go ahead and grab crafter. This crafter will probably end up like right here. There you go. Then we'll go ahead and grab ourselves some red dye, just so it is the right color. It's touching a crafter, so it gets power automatically. Then we'll use a little buffer chest here. Just a little small one, nothing too special. Then we'll go ahead and grab some item pipe and get everything wired up here. We'll just go ahead and break all these pointless connections too, because we don't need them. Go ahead and grab that and go into here, give ourselves a advanced upgrade. And we have to filter on this one, so we'll just go ahead and pop that right there. This is going to be the one that feeds the binding into this barrel here, right? Then it'll move across the conveyor. Then we'll also have to move the items, I guess all the other items that are going to end up in this barrel here, up to this controller. So I guess all we have to do here is something like that. It's kind of annoying that these pipes are trying to connect to like everything. But anyway, do that. Oh, I need that connection. I don't know why I broke that one. Go ahead and put you back. Get rid of you. And this here, don't need that. And that should be good there. Then we'll just go ahead and throw a pipe upgrade in there just so it's nice and fast. Now drop off all the items. So that part is taken care of. Last thing we really need to do to kind of get this finished, I think, is just do the, I guess, extract of the items, like the actual import into the refined storage. Do we have a cable right there? We do. So I'll actually power up this here. This is just an interface. Interface is just an easy way to store items. You can store items into the interface by putting things in the filter here, or you can just pipe items into it and automatically get pulled into refined storage. So that's what I'm going to be using to actually deposit our items into the system. On the back here, it would be a output. Let's do auto output on. Bottom, I definitely want that off. Right would be a input. That's off, and you should be off as well. Want to make sure everything's off, especially this down, because there's a conveyor under this, and the conveyor can actually end up putting items under it. Then I'd have to pull from the bottom. It'd be weird, right? So that's why I'm disabling all the sides there. Auto input shouldn't matter, but I'll turn it on anyway. And I think this is effectively ready. We just need to set up a couple recipes here. The first one we probably need is silicon. Let's go to here. We need to set up a smelting recipe. So let's go grab that. Then I'm going to need a importer as well. Let's go ahead and grab actually like 3. Let's go ahead and get them. Sweet, because like I said, I haven't set these up yet. Go ahead and get them done really quickly. So I'll end up with one here, and one here. Oh, we don't have cable there either. I forget how I have this set up in here. I'll have to bring cable down. Let's go ahead head into our bag here. I think I got some cablies, and we'll just do these all, hopefully, from the bottom. So like that, and this, and this. Then I'll be able to automate all these machines. Also, I have these stat crafters here, so I'll be able to do a lot of recipes too. I want to kind of keep using that kind of method there. I think it's pretty neat, actually. So that is good. Need to get some speed upgrades in there. And I guess the one we need is this one here, right? So let's go ahead and drop off that. That would be our silicon. And that should effectively be ready to go, actually. So we go here and grab silicon now. Just make sure we can actually craft this stuff. Sweet. And there you go. It actually made one. So I'll grab some speed upgrades to make that quicker. But that should be fine. And I think all we need is our recipes for actual processors. And we will have to do them slightly different. So we have to actually go to the raws, right? So these here. Then we go to the processors and actually make the finished processor, because we're going to do the smelting before it actually hit the system, basically. We're basically skipping a step, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Then, do I have none of those processors right now? I guess I don't need them either. I can just go ahead and do this right here. That should be good. So that one's good. Then we have to grab our advanced as well. Pop you out of here. And there you go, right? I think that's everything, actually. And that's good. Do I have a binding recipe, actually? I need to make sure I have binding. Not a binding. I don't know what that is. Grab a binding. Control Shift. I have no binding recipe. Okay. Good. Make sure we have that as well. Exact doesn't matter. I don't care what kind of slime it uses. And that should be effectively done, right? So we'd have to drop off the binding. That'll go in here. Then the rest of these recipes would actually go ahead and drop into this one, right? Here you go. And let's see if we can actually make processors now, because I think this will work. So if we go to processor, go ahead and grab, I don't know, like 10 of these ones. Click start. What did I do? Oh, I forgot one item. So you can see here the diamonds are actually in there, right? So that's the thing. We need these pusher upgrades. So these pusher upgrades are going to be what actually moves the items. Totally forgot about them. Then do another bunch there. Then I do a bunch right there. And that's good, right? I think I may have messed up that recipe, though. Did I say 5 or 10 of those? I said 10. Did I grab like 2 processors when I set up that recipe? Because if so, I'll have to go ahead and fix that one. Yeah, I have it so all the recipe is 2 processors. Did I just do it to that one? Let me go ahead and fix this real quick. Let's go ahead and try that again with multiple different processors, right? So grab 20 of them, 20 of these, and 20 of them. There you go. And that should start going through the process here. It's just coming through. It's getting smelted. It's getting deposited into the system. And if I did everything right, this should actually work pretty well. I'll just have to grab some speed upgrades, get everything sped up. And this thing is actually going in full form, right? Actually getting the stuff done. Kind of going through here. It looks like it already finished off the advanced. Just finished off the basics as well. And it just finished off all the, what are these ones called here? These are just the improved. So that is our fully working automation for processors. Really simple, clean. And I guess I just need to go ahead and clean this up. And then I don't know what we'll do next. I have to think about it, actually. I want to do wireless power. Not wireless charging. But I also want to go ahead and get into a power reactor, I think. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get that done here in a second. Just need to figure out how I hide all these blocks down here. So I've gone ahead and just set up all the recipes for, I guess, all the thermal different ingots here, right? So I have lumium, indium, signalium, constan, invar, electrum, and bronze. Just so I can make this stuff automatically. I think I have these machines set up right too. I guess I need an output on the bottom, right? Auto output enabled. That should be good. Auto input shouldn't matter. I'll just turn that on. Have all the dust recipes we need to be able to do this as well. So yeah, these all take dust, right? So they're actually blends. It takes the blends. I guess I have to do the recipes for the blends too. I didn't even think of that. I guess I need to go ahead and do those set of recipes. Then we'll be pretty much finished here with all these different kind of alloys, right? So even like the indium and stuff. So if I want to go ahead and make the upgrades, I can just do it really easy. That's kind of the idea. Actually, I didn't even look at that. The components. Tell me I guess this one doesn't have EMC on it. Okay, I was wondering if I was actually doing this for no reason, but this one doesn't have EMC, so yeah, I do have to do this, right? So anyway, so yeah, we can just produce our alloys really easy. So I guess the last thing I need to do is just set up the actual blend recipe. So we got one for bronze. So I think I'm done being sidetracked here. I'm just seeing if I can actually fully automate this process. I just want to make sure we can actually make all these things. I'm trying to make 3 of the resonant integral components. Go ahead and let that go for a second here. I think I have everything sped up as well. But yeah, the way I went with the upgrades too, this is the upgrade setup I went with. The resonant integral components, and then 3 of the flux linkage amplifiers. And that should max out these machines up to max speed. This one I don't have to worry about. This one's a little slow, but we'll probably switch to something else later on. Maybe once we get in the mechanism, we can set up an actual factory with that, do that stuff quicker. I do want some of these ender doors though, so let's go ahead and grab 2 of them. Let's do that. We're going to use this to move around the deep slate we're going to produce to be able to get our uranite for the actual power reactor, right? So that is good. I'll have to set up that recipe later on. What else do we need here? Oh, this is what actually put me down this little rabbit hole here. I want to make one of these here, and then I also needed the constantan, so maybe I'll go ahead and tell it to make some of that as well. We might have to wait a second for this though. It looks like I'm just waiting for everything. Oh, are you actually done? You done? You max speed? You are max speed. Yeah, that one might be done there. Let's go ahead and see if we can actually make our extruder, because that's what's going to produce the actual deep slate, right? So we got that there. Then we might be able to make this now. Oh, I guess we need a couple more things, and then we are finished with that. There you go. I actually got our igneous extruder, which is what I've been going for this whole time. Also grab some of these ender drawers, because we'll need them. We'll need some, I guess, some magma cream. I believe we need a magma block as well. So deep slate, the way we're actually going to be producing this, and this could be what we use for the uranite, right? We need a magma, we need a bucket of lava, which is super easy, and a packed ice. And the way I was going to get the packed ice, actually, is probably just with a freezer, right? Should be able to do that. Go ahead and grab ourselves one of these here. Sweet. This is from Engineer to Core. We'll be using it on our reactor anyway, so it'll end up getting used either way. Can I just have a barrel? I'd love to have a barrel. Go ahead and grab you. Grab ourselves a fluid barrel. Then a bucket of water. I could just craft those, right? Let's go ahead and do that. Guess we'll need one on our inventory anyway, so let's grab you. And we can put this pretty much anywhere, so let's do that. And go ahead and here, go ahead and grab ourselves a gate here. Sweet. And what this thing does is basically just freeze things, right? So what it does, takes a bucket of water. Then I think on the first stage, it turns it into a block of ice. So it takes like 10-15 seconds. And then on the second stage, it turns it, I think, packed ice. I guess we'll see here in a second. Then the third stage, it turns into blue ice, which later on we'll need for the power reactor, right? Because I think we have to make a thing called dry ice. So right now, I think that is actual ice, right? Now it does, actually, if you hold shift, you can see too. Yeah, it's actually ice. Then I think at the next stage, I'll actually turn it to packed ice, at which point we'll be able to actually go ahead and set up our actual deep slate, right? And actually, we have to get that automatically processed through the crushing wheel there as well, but it shouldn't be too bad. And there you go, packed ice just like that. And anything else I need for that? I need that, and a bucket of lava, right? So let's go ahead and get that done. Probably just end up throwing this upstairs somewhere, I guess, and we'll probably just do it that way. So I just edited the first part of my video, and I realized I missed 2 things here. So first off, the pusher upgrades. You can actually come in here and kind of right-click on them and set the direction. So by default, they are down, so it kind of worked, right? But you do have to come in here and right-click them otherwise, right? Just come in, right-click, just set the direction, and they're good to go. You'll have to do that for each upgrade, so that is definitely what that does there. You can stack those upgrades too, just makes it a little faster, right? So the more upgrades you have, it only takes up to 3, so not a big deal. The other thing I missed was, yeah, this here. I was actually automating the flux linkage amplifiers. These take the electron plates, and that's why I have this one set up, the multi-servo press, because I could just take a electron ingot, pump it in here, and that'll just make the plate. So definitely what I use that for, because I didn't explain that at all. This is going to be used for a bunch of stuff, and it has dies, but I'll be just using it for plate recipes, as opposed to having to use a immersive hammer. So just wanted to cover that real quick. Anyway, let's head over here somewhere. I'm just going to put this in the wall somewhere. I want to make sure it's middle, though, because otherwise it'll kind of trigger me. Should be right there. There you go. And I think that's good. Go ahead and dig into here. This is going to have some lava, so I want to make sure it isn't anywhere near a wood. That's kind of my main reason for kind of want to sticking this here. We need to take this deep slate and get it crushed down, too. We'll kind of do that. I don't know if we'll do it here or somewhere else. I guess it doesn't matter too much. But we'll grab our magma block. Let's go ahead and do that. Then we put the extruder on top of it. And on one side, we're going to have a packed ice. Doesn't matter which side. As well as the other side, we will have... What is the other thing here? What is the other thing? Oh, yeah, the bucket of lava. Go ahead and put that there. Then I already have the upgrade in it. So with the upgrade in it per cycle. So you're actually going to produce 4 deep slate. So that's why I wanted these kind of automated, be able to craft these, because we need to be able to produce this at a good speed, but this should be good enough, right? So if you go to use on it, it should show it in the crushing wheel. I guess here we have to see this here, the crushed deep slate first. But we're going to be running this through our crushing wheel setup. It's going to have an 80% chance per kind of deep slate to give us a raw uranite, as well as a raw uranium. We don't really need the uranium, but we'll be producing it either way. And yeah, we need to kind of get that kind of taken care of. What I was thinking too, to be able to move these things around, I want to try these ender drawers because you guys keep yelling at me about them. You look at the linking tool. It says left click on a ender drawer to store the frequency. So basically, I think we got to link this one up to another one, right? So what I think we do is this here. We just left click, or is it left click and the right click? There we go. Change the drawer frequency. I think this is what it did. Stored, changed, right? So I think if I took deep slate now and put it into this one, it's in that one as well. So I'll be able to move that directly down to our actual crushing wheels really easily. That's kind of the idea, right? So let's do that. Could have used like an entangled block or something, but I want to try something new here. Let's go ahead and do you. Okay, go ahead and pop you in there. I'll definitely have uses for the entangled blocks later on. But I guess the next thing we need to do is get this crushed. Actually, I need to think about how I'm going to crush this too. What is our option on that? We could use the hammers, right? Actually, let me go ahead and make a hammer. I might be able to do that here first. Maybe I should run it through a hammer here. Maybe like a hammer right here. Yeah, or maybe I could put a hammer right here. Let me go ahead and grab one. So let's go ahead and try this setup a little different, right? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and grab this. I grabbed a netherite auto hammer too. So this is the top level one. That is cool. If I remember correctly, the blue side is the input side. Let's see if it can actually pull directly from the extruder, because I don't know if it can or not. Well, it looks like it is. Yeah, it's definitely pulling it. It's getting crushed deep slate. Then I should be able to run that directly into one of these ender drawers, right? So are these still linked up too after I break them? They are. So that's cool. So let's go ahead and do this for a second. And can I just pull out of that too? I don't know if I can. No, I'll have to put that down there. So what I should do, go take you, put you here. That's going to get crushed here. That is not linked up to that now. So I guess I do have to relink them up. So let's go to, it was just left click and then right click, right? There you go. That is good. And then I should probably get them locked as well. If I lock one, does it lock both? It does too. So that is cool. And that'll be the way we do that. That's actually super simple. That's not bad at all. And I don't know how fast this thing is, but it doesn't seem as fast as I thought it would be. Yeah. Shouldn't it be going up faster than that? Huh. I thought the netherite one would be way quicker than this. I guess it's still just a little limited. It's faster for sure, right? Because the processing time's only it looks like 15 ticks. Yeah, it's not as fast as I thought it would be. That seems really low, actually. Considering this is the netherite one? I may have to look at that. Like, it's weird. It's hard to tell what this machine's doing. I guess it still only does one at a time. I guess that's the thing. I mean, it's more than fast enough, though. I mean, we already made 100. That is more than quick enough, I think, for our needs. So let's go ahead and see if we can actually get this being automatically processed here. So we go ahead and head down to our crushing wheel. I just thought that would be faster because it is a netherite hammer, right? Thought it would be doing more than just the one at a time. Maybe we're just not producing it quick enough. That could very well be it. No, because it's still saying that there's a stack in there. I don't know. I'll look at that later on. Well, let's go ahead, hopefully, break you and break you. We're going to be changing this entire setup here. We don't need this production anymore, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of there, because that may mess up our little drawer here. We'll probably want this ender drawer here instead, so do that. That should start dropping that stuff, hopefully. I don't know if there's anything stuck in these filters either, so let's actually pull it out and see what's going on here. We got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Let's go ahead and drop a whole bunch of stuff. So I think I have this sorted out the way I want here. It's pretty simple, actually. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some of these upgrades just so we can actually upgrade our new drawer wall here. It's not even a new drawer wall. I just added a new drawer. Took out one of the chutes there. Also, I had the little glass part here. Also, I had a whole bunch of gravel I had to deal with. I found a random drawer full of gravel. But you can just right-click on these and have the window. It's just really good to be able to see if there's anything stuck inside that actual chute, right? But you can see here we've got 21 uranite, 18 uranium. Just piping it straight down, so it's nice and clean. It's just doing the thing. I don't think we'll need the other setup at all, so I'm not going to worry about that at all anymore. I think this is going to be the only thing we actually grind down, right? Probably going to end up having to pipe that out maybe into an ender chest or something, just to pull in the system. Or we could use another one of these drawers here too. So maybe we'll do that. They're actually pretty cool. They're like the old beef space barrel. So not too bad. But it seems like it's producing enough. And I'm probably just going to go ahead and upgrade you and you. And then maybe, do I have any void upgrades? I should probably go ahead and make some void upgrades as well. So we got some void upgrades in here now. So we're looking good there. This multiplies the block by 24. So I think that makes it so it holds like 48,000 in each drawer. So that is more than enough. And that'll just kind of work, right? This is also getting caught up too. It was a little backed up. But now that I set this to 32, it's actually working out just fine. And we're getting our uranite. I think it's actually producing enough. So let's not worry about that anymore. Next thing we'll need to do is go ahead and set up the actual recipes for the actual reactors themselves, but that should be not too bad. Now that I think of it, if I go to reactor, go ahead and hunt that down. We might actually jump to this one, the nitro, actually. I would have to set up this here. Go ahead and do that. We have the nether stars now, so that isn't even a big deal. So I need this one. Probably need this recipe as well. And that should handle the nitro crystals. Then we would need a recipe for you. Oh, we need a recipe for the uranite as well, actually. I didn't even think about that. The uranite, we're getting it in this form, the raw form, right? We need to run that through the energizing orb. So that'll be that one. So let's go ahead and get these ones in place. So that one's full. This one's not. So we'd have that there. And we'd have that there. So those recipes should be taken care of. And then I guess we just need the rest of the nested crafting recipes on the reactors, right? So this one, I think I have all the reactor recipes done. I'm just trying to go ahead and get another ender drawer, I guess, down here. We'll just kind of pipe it up that way, hopefully. Hopefully that works out. I don't know how this works with linking with controllers and stuff. I guess we'll find out in a second. But I should be able to, I guess, right-click on that. Change for their items in the drawer. Oh, sneak. What was it? Sneak right-click again to ignore? No. I want to... Is that clear? And then left-click, right? Stored frequency. Okay. Then right-click, right? There we go. That'll work out there. And then we'll see if we can actually link this up to our door system upstairs, because if so, that's a really easy way to kind of move that around as well. I don't need that sped up either. It's going pretty slow, right? Anyway, let's go ahead and try this out, because that was the last thing we were running out of. I guess not running out of, but didn't have yet. I guess the uranite in the system. This drawer isn't going to match either, no matter what I do. So maybe I'll go ahead and like hide it down here somewhere. Here you go. Go ahead, grab you. Go ahead and do that. Then see if we can actually link that up to this, not the configuration tool. We want this here. That's locked, right? No, it is definitely not locked. Let's actually try locking it. Then shift right click. And then hopefully I want it to just add, right? Swap single. There you go. That's good there. I think that means it's in the system, right? Let's try it out. Like I said, I've never used these things before. If so, that's pretty awesome. Uranite. Looks like we are good. So we actually have 83 in the system. Then if I go ahead and try to make the reactor now, let's see if we can actually autocraft this thing. How many of these do we need? I think it's 36, right? How many do you get per recipe? 4. So just go, I guess we'll just go with 36. 9, 18, 27, 36. 36, and see if it yells at me over anything. Looks like it's actually okay. I'm going to go ahead and click start here. Should start doing stuff over here. That is on. Actually, the watch is on, right? Yeah, the watch is on. I may go ahead and actually grab our ring as well. So I could go ahead and speed this up. Not ring, but the watch, right? So it's going to have to actually craft 144 nitro crystals, unfortunately. But I think the nitros, you actually get like 12 or something per kind of recipe. So it shouldn't be too bad, right? You get 16 per recipe. So it does have to make a bunch of blazing. Probably just come over here and sit here, like I said, with the watch flowing time. I forgot it was the G key. That's what I had set to. Not that it matters. You'll have yours set to whatever you have it set to. But yeah, if I just stand over here, it goes way, way faster. It is much more awesome. I need to figure out where I'm going to put this too, actually. But we'll figure that out in time. I should start pumping emeralds in there again too. There's no reason not to. Get to emerald. Do that. Actually, can I just do blocks? That'd be much more efficient, right? Look at that. Who just makes so much red better now? That's going to completely drain my emeralds in no time. So our reactor is done, which is totally amazing here. I do need another crafter up here, so I'm just digging this out. And then I'm going to throw this crafter. Then I'm going to go ahead and rotate that one down. You won't see that one either, so I won't have to, I guess, make that one red. I should go ahead and put an item in there, though. The recipe I'm going to need in here is called dry ice. So basically, it takes 2 blue ice and turns that into a dry ice. And we're going to be producing the dry ice with the small water freezers. Got the idea, right? Anyways, go ahead and do that there. How am I going to do this here too? I need to go ahead. I have a little area. We're going to build the reactor right in this little spot here, I think. So what you do is go ahead and grab the reactor, aim in the middle spot that you want to have it because it is a 3x3. And then it'll take all the blocks out of your inventory and actually place them all for you. So it'll be how that does that there. It'll automatically form the multi-block too once they're all down, which is pretty neat. Hopefully, there you go. This is our interface here. And then we need to figure out how we're going to get all the items in there, right? So what we'll do is head over here. I'm going to open cable, use a exporter. Then we'll just go ahead and throw in some speed upgrades as well as the things we need to put in here. So I guess the first thing we'll do is put the bucket of water. So you just got to right click on it. Needs a single bucket of water. Never needs more. Don't have to worry about it at all. The other thing that's going to take is coal. So let's move coal in here. Let's do that right there. Let's pull out that speed upgrade too. Also, not charcoal, man. I want coal. Can I have coal, please? Just regular, everyday coal. That'd be great. Then we need to have redstone as well. So we'll do that. Then the last thing we'll need is going to be the ice, right? So the actual ice itself, the dry ice. So actually, one of those speed upgrades is going to be one of these instead. It'll be a crafting upgrade. We'll just have to have a place where it's actually making that stuff automatically. And yeah, should be working out pretty well for us. So that should be good there. And if I head down here now, should start getting things, right? Guess we have to put the uranite in there as well. But the second I do that, it'll turn on. And I want to make sure we actually have the actual dry ice in there as well. So I kind of forgot that the dry ice was going to need infinite water setup. So we just go ahead and leech off this one here. Just do that. If I want to, I could throw a component upgrade in there as well to make it a little faster, just so it can always keep up. I don't think it'll ever be an issue. But this way, it'll definitely never be an issue. So just go ahead and put that in there. That should work out. That'll start getting the actual water in it. And then I guess we just need to give it some power. So we'll just do that from that side there. And then maybe just an importer, and we'll just tell it what to import off this, I guess, right? So let's go ahead and grab... Is that an importer or exporter? I don't have importers automated or something. Is that something I didn't do? Nope, apparently I do. Go ahead, hopefully get you. There you go. Then off this, we're just going to tell it to import exactly what we want to import. And it's going to be the blue ice, right? So let's go into here. I think I actually have some of that, right? Actually, I don't. I always think I have to go into my system and grab an item to be able to filter. But it hasn't been like that forever. It used to be like that. And my brain won't adjust to it. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that there. Let's bring you across, make you a little jank for all that you matter. I'll never understand why refined storage, whenever you put down a importer, it's in blacklist mode by default. Then you have to swap it over. So I was actually blacklisting blue ice and I was pulling the regular ice, but I guess that's the thing. That should be good enough right there to kind of get us started, right? So let's go ahead and turn that off and see if we actually have the stuff. I'm not even going to put that wall back up there because I've actually had to go ahead and run in and out of there a couple times. So apparently I had this crafter swung around the wrong way, so I had to go ahead and fix that. I'm just hitting a whole lot of stupid little mistakes right now. I'm just being derpy, but anyway. We do have dry ice coming in automatically, which is exactly what we want. And then the last thing we need to do, I guess, is tell it to send uranite in here. And if I actually... Well, it wouldn't be uranite, actually, would it? It would be the actual process stuff. So uranite... this stuff, right? So tell it to send that in there. And that has a crafting card as well. And you can see there, it's actually starting to come in. And the power should start generating. And you can see here, it's already... Why is it generating so much? Actually, what? The last pack I played, it was at 300,000. And I thought that was high. Why is it up to like almost 500,000 now? Also, I want auto mode on too as well. That way, with auto mode, it does this. The reactor will stop when it is full and start when it has less than 70% energy. So it just kind of throttles itself. But my goodness, why is this... What? Why is it producing almost 500k RF? So this reactor is all up and running. It's doing what it needs to. And yeah, it's producing 462,000 RF tick, which is insane. Just straight up insane. Right now, it's actually currently off. Like, it's not actually burning any of the fuel right now. Just because, well, our batteries are full. Our batteries are completely full. So it's already up to 7.2 billion. But, yeah, we produce 460,000 RF tick. And that's crazy. And technically, I could go ahead and speed up that burnator, too. We'd be straight at 500k off nothing at all, it seems like. This seems well, like, every time I use this mod, it seems like it gets more OP. It's just straight up OP. It is literally the mod that is the definition of power creep. They could down this thing down to 50,000, and this still would be a powerful reactor that people would use, because it is so easy to use. I just don't get it. But anyway, we are done our power. We got our processors done. They are good to go, and we got our power kind of moved forward. So So we'll go ahead and actually end this one here. As always, guys, like this video, please hit that like button. Really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It is always appreciated. Well, you guys all have a good one. See you guys in the next video. Later.